These past weeks I completed the big medieval garden castle manuscript inspired by Le Roman de la Rose by Guillaume de Loris for an exhibition about gardens which is going to start in June. And these past weeks have been pretty intense. I worked very late every night to finish it.
Déjà, ses habits lui allaient mieux, il se les était appropriés. Jamais un plus joli jeune homme ne descendit la montagne du pays latin. Beau comme un dieu grec, Lucien prit un fiacre et fut à 7h moins un quart dans la chambre de Lousteau. Cette chambre, à la fois triste et sale.
And while I was working, I was listening to some radio adaptations of classic novels, and here I really enjoy listening to The Lost Illusion by Balzac, which I really recommend. It's such a really strong and powerful novel, and I really enjoyed listening to it while working on my roses and the gardens and the flowers. And it took me 2 months to complete this big castle manuscript, working on the manuscript page, which took actually longer, almost longer than creating the castle part and the garden. I'm sorry I didn't film more on the grimoire. I didn't film a lot of stages of the creations, mainly because when I work like that, I'm extremely focused and I don't want to have to deal with the camera all the time. Sometimes I really want to work and to make serious big progress, and sometimes with the camera, well, I don't totally work the same way and it just disrupts me in my work, so I didn't always have it. And we had such a very dark May. Now it's sunny today, but we had a very rainy, stormy and grey May, so it's not always super convenient and nice to film in this with this light and this weather. Also because when I work on projects, big projects like that, which is also the case with my Wildcat project book, I make very slow progress and there's nothing super exciting, or I would have to film hours and hours and hours of footages and make them really fast to have something interesting, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood to do that. I want to focus and to have the thing done, and I was very late. The last 10 days I was really late, so I didn't want to waste any drop of time doing something else which was not finishing the piece, which I love that. I love the push, the stress you have, sometimes the good stress you have when you have a deadline coming and you have to complete your thing. after the castle was gone, on its way to his chateau, the exhibition about gardens will take place at le Château de Bouges, and I will tell you more in a few minutes. I had to clean the studio, which I always like to do as a transition, as something necessary to change the energy of the studio maybe, and to really clean it a little deeper. I also added more flowers on his garden theme. I really thought I needed more flowers around me and on my different garden boxes and on the balcony. And I just did that after completing the castle. And the wood floor in the studio really needed a serious waxing. I didn't do it for many months. When I work, I can stain it sometimes, so it really needs to be extra protected. So I was happy to take a few hours to take care of it. So I have finished to clean my studio. I still have a bit of mess on the tables, and maybe you have seen where I put my other desk just behind the fireplace, mainly for the computer because I needed a place for my computer. But I clean and waxed all the wood floor because I stain it a bit sometimes with my paint, with the glue, and it needs to be really done every season. Otherwise, the central part of the floor of the room is a little more damaged. It was like that when I arrived, and it gets even more damaged without this protection. So I'm happy I've done that to create a sort of transition after working for 2 months, spending 2 months working on the Garden Castle book, grimoire, manuscript, for the exhibition about gardens, which I'm collaborating with for le Centre des Monuments Nationaux. So the piece right now is on its way to the castle, to le Château de Bouges, which is in the Berry. You will have the website link under this video in case you have a chance to come to France this summer, going from the south to the north or from the east to the west. If you live in another European country, maybe you're going to do that, and you will have the possibility to come not too far from it. And if you do, definitely go to see it. The exhibition is going to start June 1st and last for quite many months as usual, so I think it's still the end of the autumn, so you will have quite many months to come and to see it if you plan to come to France maybe this summer or this autumn. I will go there a little later this year, but I really want to go there. There are also beautiful gardens. It's the reason they chose to start the exhibition in this castle, because it seems very beautiful gardens around the castle. I don't know exactly how they look like, I've not seen them, but it seems there are pretty surprising things over there, so totally worth seeing. And I want to see, of course, also what the other creators, artists have done, the other creation which have been done for the exhibition. So I will put the link under this video. And I also wanted to say, the team who is organizing this exhibition for le Centre des Monuments Nationaux, which is just like the British Heritage in England, they are looking for other castles, other places abroad which would be interested to host this exhibition. The garden, but all the other one, Fantaisie pour un palais, which was about fairy tales and Baroque Rococo. There was also the one with sirens and creatures from the sea and from water, which was called Le Chant des Ondes. And there was also Magie Baroque, the one they did 2 years ago, about Armide, these magicians from the Baroque era. So They are all translated and they could totally be adapted to any other language. There's some music, some lights, everything, but they would love to have them traveling outside France. So if in your country you know some castles, some places which could be interested in hosting them, which would like to have new visitors coming to see their castle or their places, I will put the link of their Facebook page, the private Facebook page of the team which is doing the exhibitions, and you can contact them and say if you are thinking about a place which could totally work for this sort of exhibition, if you are working in a place like that, or you have friends, acquaintances which are also maybe involved or working in a it could be a castle or another one, public, private, a bit the same sort of monuments which are doing hosting this exhibition here, and maybe the exhibition is going to come in your country. So for now, I'm going to continue to clean a bit my studio. I'm happy I've done that. I'm super excited about my upcoming project. I'm going to go back working on White Cats, the book project, and I'm definitely thinking seriously that an exhibition could take place after the book is done. So I'm really motivated to go back working very focused and very seriously on my own projects. When I work like that for pieces for an exhibition and there is a very serious and strict deadline, it's very intense, and the last weeks are very, very intense. I go to bed at extremely late time. I do nothing else. I really don't do anything else. I work 7 days a week until very late. But the work is done, of course. You arrive and you have finished on time and everything is fine. It's intense, but it's also exciting, and I have to say I think I quite like sometimes to have these strict deadlines, so you can't do anything else but being attached to your desk and work to your desk till it's finished. And I want to bring back this energy I had all these past days to my own projects, the one which I struggle sometimes to make progress because I have other things to do. I have to work also on my workshops too, and there are always something which maybe prevent me from spending too much time on those, but I want to do things a little differently and keep this extra motivation and focus on this one. I also wanted to remind you that the Marie Antoinette and her wardrobe workshop will close its doors on June 6th. If it's something that might interest you, if you would like to create a queen and her outfits, you still have a few days to join, and we are just starting the live course at the end of May, and they will continue till mid-July, which complements the workshop. So no worries, you can totally join now and start your Marie Antoinette, and you will have the link of this workshop just under this video. I hope you have appreciated what you saw. You can give a thumbs up if you did, and you can subscribe if you don't want to miss all the nice videos coming. I hope to see you very soon.